Hello everyone, I am Grand Royson, welcome to new video. Today I am going to explain Jujutsu Kaisen Yuta's Limitless copy. Yuta Okkotsu is certainly under the spotlight in JJK at the moment and he is doing incredibly well in his battle against Sukuna. Yuta has been surprising us with his bag of tricks against the King of Curses, and ever since he opened his domain, this battle is only getting more exciting with each passing chapter. Yuta's battle against Sukuna is continuing with great intensity and it is far from hitting its peak just yet. This battle is likely going to continue with Yuta utilizing some of the most amazing copied abilities. One question that has sparked into the minds of the fans and even the King of Curses himself, is whether Yuta can utilize Limitless, which belongs to Gojo. While Sukuna believes that to not be the case, there is a deeper truth to that. Yuta's domain expansion is called Authentic Mutual Love and this power was utilized by him in combat against Sukuna properly for the very first time. Yuta first manifested this power when he was fighting against Ryu Ishigori and Takako Yuro. However, back then, we did not exactly get to see him manifest this entire domain. Now, we have gotten their first proper look at Yuta's domain expansion, which he only accesses when he puts his ring on and manifests Rika completely. Yuta's domain is vast and inside of it, one can see many swords lined up, being stabbed into the ground directly. Each of these swords contain a curse technique that Yuta has copied. Meanwhile, Yuta can pick any one curse technique that he has copied and apply the sure hit effect of the domain expansion to this sword. This attack will land, no matter what. However, Yuta cannot apply the sure hit to every single technique that he has copied. The other cursed techniques manifest themselves as swords that are placed directly into the ground. Yuta can utilize these cursed techniques when he picks this sword up and attacks using it. However, Yuta himself does not know which sword carries what cursed technique. It is only after Yuta picks up a sword that he realizes what technique it holds within itself. Once Yuta uses the curse technique after picking up a sword, the sword dissipates and the technique cannot be used by him again using the same blade. However, the technique then re-emerges inside the domain in another sword that Yuta will then have to pick up once again. Once he picks it up again, he can then use this technique again and the cycle continues. Essentially, Yuta can utilize any cursed technique that he has copied infinitely inside his domain expansion through one-time usage when he picks up a sword. In JJK Chapter 250, Yuta surprised the King of Curses while fighting against him by using his own cursed technique on him. When picking up a sword, Yuta clearly mentioned that even Sukuna will be surprised if he uses a cursed technique that he has never seen before on him. To that end, Yuta picked up a sword and realized that it was the perfect one that he could have asked for. He then used the power of sky manipulation to distort space around him and stab the sword through it. As soon as Sukuna grabbed the sword, Yuta unleashed a powerful cleave on him, slicing him all across his arm and his face as well. It didn't take Sukuna long to realize that this was his very own curse technique and that is precisely when we found out the true potential of Yuta's copy. Essentially, Yuta now has access to Sukuna's very own curse technique. He can use the power of cleave, dismantle, and of course, potentially even the world bisecting slash that Sukuna can utilize. At the same time, he might even be able to use the fire arrow that Sukuna possesses, provided he understands how it is used. Yuta copying Sukuna's curse technique opens the door for him using other curse techniques as well, such as Gojo's Limitless. In JJK Chapter 250, Sukuna was seen quite wary of Yuta's cursed techniques. In fact, when he started getting hit by him again and again, he counted the techniques that he had seen Yuta utilize. He then wondered to himself if Yuta had access to the Limitless as well. However, he discarded this hypothesis, stating that Limitless can only be utilized properly through the user of 6 eyes. While Sukuna has already erased this hypothesis from his brain, that certainly doesn't mean that it cannot be the case. An argument that supports Yuta potentially utilizing Limitless is the fact that he clearly mentioned that he cheated during the 1-month time that he had. When Sukuna posed the question to Yuji, he said that determination and perseverance is how he got so strong, while Yuta simply said that they cheated. Cheating, in this sense, could mean that Yuta could have copied the curse techniques that he knows he would require, and Gojo's Limitless is certainly going to be at the top of the pecking order. Essentially, it is entirely possible for Yuta to utilize Limitless in the battle against Sukuna, even if Sukuna thinks that without 6 eyes, this technique cannot be utilized to the best of its abilities. It is interesting to know that the author of JJK, Gojo Limitless, has previously been asked the question as to whether someone else other than Gojo can utilize Limitless as well. The author answered that Gojo is the only one who can use Limitless due to having the 6 eyes. However, theoretically, it is possible for another user to utilize the Limitless as well. Essentially, one can dissect this answer by assuming that Limitless is a technique that can be utilized by someone else as well. However, the person who uses Limitless will not be able to do it as efficiently as Gojo, unless they can manifest in the 6 eyes as well. Since Yuta had 1 month to train, it goes without saying that he would want the strongest technique to be up his sleeve. As such, it is a fair assumption to say that Yuta can potentially have utilized copy to get access to the Limitless as well. Of course, his version of the Limitless will not be as efficient as that of Gojo, however, it is still likely going to be very powerful. An incredible twist could be Yuta manifesting the 6 eyes as well, even if they are not a curse technique but simply a jujitsu trait. Perhaps, Yuta's domain expansion can make something this impossible, possible. It is entirely possible for Yuta to manifest both Limitless and the 6 eyes temporarily, or simply utilize Limitless with much less efficiency than Gojo in the battle against Sukuna. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share. For more, thanks you all, meet you in another video.